Select your character.
Now here's our girl.
It's my turn now!
Haven't seen you since Sonic CD. Undergone a bit of a wardrobe change and went to the hairstylist apparently, but wonder if she's still into fortune telling. Right? Such a weird little detail that never really got brought up ever again. Ba ba baya baya. Ba ba baya baya.
Gee, I'm bored. Every day's the same old thing.
Maybe I should go to my fortune teller again.
I miss the good old days. Hanging out with my hero, Sonic.
That one time.
Chasing bad guys. And blowing them away.
So clearly calling back to the events of Sonic CD.
And there's nothing left to do.
I feel like you're romanticizing the memory.
Just till I dropped. There was always something fun to do with Sonic around. I really miss him. Hey, what's going on here? Is there
Once again, just slapping the shade filter over the fucking screen. Oh, look at this unique FMV. It's kind of funny that only this store and we see this one time, considering we saw the thing take off like fucking 6 times.
Eggman, can it be?
Can it be?
What's that?
Menacing music. Thwack.
Ah! Watch it! Watch it!
Oh no!
Watch where you're going, buddy! Hey, are you alright? You look kind of hurt.
Little bracket eyes. There he's from. There he's from. Those are words.
What's this? Ah! Uh-oh! Yikes! You almost ran me over, creep! Oh no!
Look at the
Get out
fucking
here.
blocking. Her position was reset with a camera angle change. How did you not see her run in there? Oh my gosh, the blocking is so fucking hilarious.
That was one of Eggman's robots, huh?
Why doesn't he have a
He was
clear
able to
design
capture you,
philosophy?
and somehow you got
All of
away,
his
right?
robots have a weird, different design,
Don't
and
worry,
it doesn't make any
I'll protect
sense.
you.
Burger shop.
I'll do my
Trademark.
best to keep us both from harm. I'll stand by you all the way.
So, like with every character aside from Sonic, for some reason, Bop, Amy has a clear, like, well, I'm in the shop now. This NPC, if you, like, start the game over as Sonic or something, has this whole mini-story where she starts out, like, across the street, staring wistfully into the burger shop, wanting to work up the nerve to run inside and talk to the cutie burger attendant guy. Yeah, thanks for standing there and not helping. Both of these guys were just standing there while this was while that scene was happening. Well, like every other character, Amy has a clear start and end to her story. And where does she start out? Reminiscing about her dashing knight in shining armor, her gallant hero who rescued her when she was a damsel in distress back in Sonic CD. She was kidnapped and needed to be saved. She was literally after the... There's Cream! Cream! You motherfucker! At the end of the middle Sonic fight, she was literally strung up and needed to be, like, rescued. And she clung to Sonic and was like, oh, my hero. The hero's reward? And he was like, gotta deal with this shit. So I guess we're picking up, like, immediately from there, although I guess, like, an undeterminate amount of time has passed. What's up, child? God, this fucking child human is taller than me. Being a hedgehog must be terrible. can never go on, What do you mean? It's a giant hammer! That's not powerful? Look at this fucking thing. I could kill your mom with it, you little twerp. Eternally not being able to go on roller coasters. That is the life of a tiny hedgehog. Woohoo! Amy has kind of interesting gameplay that always kind of gets carried over into every game she's ever in. Where she doesn't spin dash when she jumps. Like, she doesn't... Like how Knuckles, Sonic, and Tails, they turn into a little ball when they jump. Amy always just kind of jumps like a normal fucking person. She never spin dashes. And that carries over in Sonic Advanced, where she's playable in that. And I remember like the manual I had always described her as being the most difficult character to play as in the game, because she has the least amount of mobility. But she does have this like cool running jump, where when you're running at full speed, she'll have her hammer out and you can smash it down and launch yourself up. Which is like really fun, unique mechanics. And what I always think is great is if you look up the ROM hack like Sonic Pink Edition or Amy Rose in Sonic 3, people have ROM hacked the classic Sonic games to put Amy in them. And she plays with her Sonic Advanced physics. She plays like she does in Sonic Advanced, but they have her with the Sonic CD outfit, where she's got the spiked hair and the green shirt, which I always love. I love that design. I like Amy's modern design, but I fucking love the Sonic CD design. So that's how her story begins. She's literally reminiscing about being helpless and in distress, but it's fine because she was rescued by her knight in shining armor. Very swoon. And then, like, a big bad robot jumps down and she runs away. She flees. She can't handle it. She's just a little she's just a little girl. She's just a little damsel, and she needs to be rescued. So she goes in search of Sonic to help her out. So she starts out her story as a damsel in distress, pining for her man.
Oh, Sonic! My hero!
That fucking delivery is so great. So we've seen this scene from Sonic's perspective. Her story starts like well into the narrative. This is after the tornado crash.
Amy!
Look at the way he backs up. I love that.
What's your problem?
You're a crazy stalker, and I think you tried to rape me that one time.
Little birdie's got in trouble. I think you should be his bodyguard a little
Her
while.
intentions are pure, though.
What?
Doesn't matter. We'll just tag along.
No way!
Sonic, you fucking prick.
Come on, don't run away! Oh!
Oh! What is that delivery? So once again, I really like Sonic and Amy's relationship. I totally ship on Amy. Where the, like, again, that's such a subversion. Where usually it, like, that's such, like, that, like, goes all the way back to chivalry. The man, like, performs deeds to earn the lady's favor. Like, literally, you have to, like, that's ancient. That goes back to, like, our tribal days of women owned the reproductive resources. So if you wanted to pass on your genes as a male, you had to compete in a competitive space for breeding rights. And women were the ones who decided, like, okay, I wanna pass on my genes with the strongest specimen. Who's gonna, like, produce the best offspring? So that's where that originates from. The men pursue, the women are pursued and need to be wooed, right? Traditionally, that's the dynamic in any given kind of romantic depiction. Like, take any romantic comedy, that's usually what you're gonna have.
Not fair! I can't run as fast as you!
In this game. Look at his face, just impatiently tapping his foot. But notice he didn't run away
I'll
again.
handle that bag of bolts!
Ah!
wrong?
Her fucking screams.
Huh?
Look, it says cute couples can get in free.
So I guess we'll have to pay.
What are we waiting for?
Amy! Wait! I give up. She's so weird.
And look, in Amy's version, they go up together. I think that's adorable. But wait, Sonic didn't get off the elevator, but Amy didn't notice. Okay, Amy's stages are fucking weird. But it plays into her dynamic as a character. Evade 0. I guess Eggman was playing Mega Man X. Shit. So Amy's stages are enforce her status.
And the door should open.
Amy's gameplay enforces her status as a damsel in distress. Because what's her gameplay based around? She's not, like, racing through obstacles to reach the goal. And dealing with badniks all along the way. Her gameplay is based around enemy avoidance. She is pursued throughout her levels by this robot dude who is invincible. You can temporarily stun him, but you can never, like defeat him outright. And her gameplay is based entirely around evasion and getting away from him and running in fleement. Kind of the only thing this is missing is that part from Undertale where Toriel would come and save you from the frog during the tutorial. Like if there was a meter like a Sonic meter that you needed to build up by avoiding the enemies and waiting for Sonic to show up and save you. Like that's the idea behind her gameplay, is based around avoiding the enemy rather than direct confrontation. She's literally spending her levels running away and like trying to escape because she's a damsel in distress. Like, she can try and fight, but it's ultimately futile because she can't destroy it. Jesus Christ, that can... I get the idea, but that part's a little wonky with the fucking, camera placement. Also note that, like, the enemies she deals with primarily are either have indirect confrontation. Like, I get the idea of the Hall of Mirrors here, but it still, like, controls very weird. I mean, I guess it's supposed to, but it's still like, deal primarily in indirect confrontation. The monkeys just throw the bombs, but they don't, like, they're really easy to avoid, and they don't actively attack you. They just throw objects that you're meant to, again, avoid. See, I like that. That's pretty fun. And, you saw those little, like, water bubble guys who don't even really attack you at all. They're just obstacles that bounce you back. Squeeze me. Ah, cunt. Although at this point, like, it's supposed to be presumed that Amy doesn't have much physical prowess, even though she uses that big-ass fucking hammer from nowhere. Maybe it's not that the hammer isn't powerful, it's that her will isn't as strong. And look, here's this entire, like, mechanic that's literally stealth-focused. We are fucking Metal Gear Soliding it up right now. We are hiding in a barrel to avoid detection. It's like pseudo-stealth focus, which is pretty nifty. You'd think this is gameplay that... Like, this is pretty unique gameplay compared to all the others. It's not really like all the other characters' gameplay, where Knuckles is treasure hunting, Tails is racing, Sonic's like traditional platforming, Gamma is shooting and stomping. Amy is literally fleeing until she can get to the safe space and escape. Imagine what this gameplay style would play like if they expanded on it and further developed upon it the same way they did with Gamma's gameplay.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
But as I was saying, like, the reason I like Saw and Amy's relationship, like, their dynamic as a quote-unquote couple, is instead of the traditionalism of the man pursues the female, it was all for nothing. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Sonic must have gotten lost, too.
You are pretty wily. There we go. It was all for nothing. You got captured anyway. Once again, look at this damsel. She is currently in distress.
Hey, watch it, Bolt Brain! Let us down!
Very helpless. In need of rescue.
Help! Sonic!
Again, we've seen that scene from Sonic's perspective. I like how that confirms that Amy didn't hear him say, "I'll save you, I'll cut him off at the Mystic Ruins." And we skip the part where Sonic's like, "I'm gonna stop you," and then he gets teleported onto the egg carrier. We just immediately snap cut to the prison where Gamma found her. I like how we've already seen like half of Amy's story from the perspective of other characters. We know how this goes. I do like how the other characters getting their upgrades maintains in the cutscenes with other characters experiencing in cutscenes that with those other characters. Like, Gamma didn't have the hover upgrade when we were playing as him, but we collected it, and now during the same scene where he shouldn't have the hover thing, Amy's seeing him with the hover thing. And the gun upgrade, too. Nope.
Quietly hand over the bird.
Quietly.
No, never!
Why not?
I don't need to tell you anything.
Bitch.
You tell me why you want it, now!
Does not compute.
You don't
I like how
know?
Amy's totally smack-talking this robot with a gun
I know you
who
might
could just
hurt us
shoot her in the face and take the bird.
Please, Mr. Robot.
Reminds me of Star Wars, where Princess Leia's captive and is literally tortured and agonized for days for information about the rebel base, and still smack talks Vader and Tarkin.
You have feelings for something you know nothing about. Illogical.
Well, I mean, that is kind of her relationship with Sonic,
you.
too.
Love is not part of your programming. You are missing something good.
You sound more robotic than he does with dialogue like that, Amy. You are missing something good. I guess there's not really a right way to read that line. You're missing out on something awesome, girlfriend.
Go. Escape.
Well, what?
Well, what? What?
You sure?
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, you stupid pink bitch! Get out of there!
It's dangerous here. Hurry, we'll be at the Mystic Ruins base soon.
Like, yeah, I know you can kill me, but I'm still gonna protect this bird
You're really
instead.
nice. You're different from the other robots.
She really lucked out on it being Gamma.
You've got a soft spot inside your metal frame.
Yeah,
If you
all
want,
of the robots
be
do.
friends, okay?
It's called the animal that powers them. And we've already seen the soft spot inside of Gamma at the end of his campaign. Okay, let's totally ruin the emotion of that scene
It is dangerous here.
by walking back and talking to him, which I think is pretty funny. Also, oh no, I thought you could use your hammer on these buttons. Nope. Like, I've already talked about this a little bit, but like, the entire dynamic of Saw and Amy's relationship is Amy is the one who wants that blue dick. and it's like, "Oh, Sonic, you're so cool." Like she.
Keep trying until you get the high score. Good luck.
How do you start it? I mean, like traditionally you'd figure like, oh, I saved you, so like usually it's you save the princess and then they get married happily ever after, right? All the way back to Beowulf or like Ragnar Lothbrok. Although even back then, Ragnar Lothbrok was subverting that by having the princess that he rescued immediately die.
What? I can't believe this is happening!
You suck, Eggman. Why would you make this game? Why do you have a hammer? Why would Eggman literally make a whack-a-mole minigame in his own base? What a petty little juvenile moron.
Behold the warrior feather. Now you can do the spin hammer attack.
An attack
Press
I will
and hold the
literally
action button
never
and move
use.
the directional pad in a circle.
Nice accessory, though. I guess I'll keep it. Yeah, all it is this. I will literally never, ever, ever use this. If we had done Amy's story first, that score is what would be on there during Gamma's story, which I think is pretty funny. There's what it is. Use the hammer and smack down the buttons. Or Amy, but instead, Sonic has literally no interest in any kind of romantic connection. He doesn't want to be tied down. He's like, man, the ultimate adventure is being a bachelor. I don't know. But Amy's like, nah, dude, you're sexy. I want to be with that. I want to get with it. He's like, nah, son, get out of my face. But I mean, he still obviously cares about her and is willing to put his life on the line to rescue her. But she's like, she's just too in your face with it. She's like, but not in the, like, again, it's not that, oh, it's a turnoff to have a girl try and get with you. It's just the concept of a relationship in general is unappealing to Sonic. But I feel like whereas any other girl would probably give up and be put off of him being like, literally, I'm gonna run away from you because I don't want to deal with your bullshit or be with you. I guess any other girl would get the message, but Amy is persistent. She's like, nah, I ain't taking no for an answer. Which sounds really bad. But I don't know, I guess like that persistence probably endears him to her a little bit. Although again, at this point, she's still very much, that's fucking a great moment. She's still very much a damsel in distress. So he still views her as a hassle that he wants to get rid of and doesn't want to deal with, but still ultimately like someone who needs to be rescued just like anyone else, right? But that will change slightly going forward for after this game, where, well, we'll see. We'll see, won't we? But anyway, I just think like that whole idea of it is really fun. She would literally tie him up and be like, let's get drag him to the altar to get married to him against his will to a degree, which I think is really fucking funny. The fuck? No.
It says left 1, right 3.
Oh, thanks. I guess you needed T-Call to tell you that one. I have already talked a little bit about all of that in the Sonic campaign. I still find that like really fun and interesting. Like that's such a, again, when you consider that Sonic is for all intents and purposes supposed to be an answer to Mario, it does make sense that his like romance would be in that way. I mean, Peach is pink, Amy's pink, but it's like the direct opposite, where like Mario is in love with Peach and she reciprocates, and he's her knight in shining armor who he rescues her, and she's like, yeah, we're together because he rescued me. Like, I'm gonna reward you with cake for saving me. Which, again, is kind of very traditionalistic in terms of, like, gender roles. But Sonic's the complete opposite. Like, his primary female love interest is also associated with Pink. He also saves her when she's the damsel in distress, but she's the one who's like, yeah, I'm gonna get with that, and he's like, nah, son, I ain't interested in that shit. Oh, good lord. Also note that Amy's gameplay is also much more like environment puzzle-based. Oh, good lord. Where in the first stage, she had to, like, jump on 3 switches in order to open the gate to go forward. And she also, like, that level also had, like, a hall of mirrors, which was supposed to trip you up. And in this level, we had to, like, navigate the,
Careful not to fall off.
Thanks, Cult. I had to navigate those, glass containers that he was smashing through to get to us. And then in the next section here, I believe it's here. Squeeze me. Might be a little bit
Move the handle
like in the
and
next
lift
room.
should move.
Thanks to Call, I'm not retarded. Jesus. Fucking chameleon. Right here, we need to run around and place these little colored blocks on their, like, look at this environment puzzle we need to solve. Get in there. Come on. How do I... Oh, God. There we go. And this isn't the only one. There's another one later in this level that's literally this puzzle again. Like, it's kind of more slow-paced, but also, like, fleeing. It's like the Nemesis. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. You're playing as Jill. That's great. This is also a great moment. Ah, shit! That's such a cool moment! Amy has a lot of fun, cool little moments like that. Where you're being pursued by this persistent-ass robot. Like, what is this robot programmed with? What an asshole. You literally already captured her. I am on the egg carrier. You've accomplished your programming goal to bring me and the bird, I guess? Onto the egg carrier, but you're still gonna pursue me. Like, what would he have done if he had seen Amy while she was in her prison cell? Would he still be like, gotta capture her? Like, I think it's pretty clear that Robotnik isn't giving this thing, like, direct orders. It's responding to its programming, which is to pursue and capture. What are the fucking limitations placed on that directive, right? Although I guess I did enough ethical, like, theorizing during the Gamma story. Piss off! Oh, Jesus. Get away from me! Get away from me! I don't like it! Ah, I must escape! Fuck you guys! Oh, good lord! I'm out!
Alright!
Fuck it. What the hell? What destroyed those guys? They're bombs, they probably blew themselves up, that's great. That's conveying. I'm free! I grabbed this balloon, and it's taking me higher into the egg carrier? I don't think you've thought this through. I mean, I guess she's just kind of thinking on her feet here. Anywhere that puts more distance between me and that robot's a good place to be, I guess.